Hello everyone and welcome to another Unit Forward moving picture. My name is Alex from unitforward.com and today I'm going to be taking a look at this guy, the Jagdluther, the Axis Jagdluther Schwer Panzer Kampflaufer 4A, which is one of the first Babylon releases from the upcoming, campaign Operation Babylon. It's actually out a little bit early, I think. I mean, I wasn't expecting Babylon stuff to come out for at least a few more weeks at least from the recording of this, but it is out. I picked it up at Salute 2014 and hey, thought I'd save it and unbox it on camera. So let's see what you get. Actually, let's see what's on the box first. Obviously, Axis Jagdluther, Das Studio, Schwer Panzer Kampflaufer 4A. You get one model and you get 2 cards inside, and you'll see why in a second. On the sides of the box, Dust Miniatures. Jagdluther contains 1 Walker and 2 cards, and Dust Tactics, dust-tactics.com. And you might think, hang on a second, Dust Miniatures, what? Yes, this is the new logo now that is going to be appearing on Dust boxes. Not the Tactics logo anymore, nor Warfare logo, but Dust Miniatures, which is awesome. This is something that I actually asked for on the Facebook group, on the official Facebook group, and I'm so glad that Battlefront have actually done this. Because before it was really confusing. Like, somebody goes into a shop and wants to buy models for Dust Warfare, they see Tactics logo on the box, and it's like, well, can I use this model? They might be completely new to Dust. They might not know what, they might think there are different models for the games or something. But now that there's a Dust Miniatures model, it's game agnostic now. There's no more kind of, there's no more kind of implied confusion. This model is for Tactics, but you can use it for Warfare too. No, the models are now all Dust Miniatures, which is awesome. On the other side, you get the same thing. On the back, you get the unpainted model, shown at 85% scale because it's big. Figures come assembled and base coated as always. You can paint straight over the top of this, and includes cards for both Dust Tactics and Dust Warfare. Yes, Warfare cards. Let's see. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. Go to that Twitter account, follow them. Support Dust. dust-tactics.com, and it gives you a bit of blurb on the side about what this is all about. So let's go and take off the shrink wrap off this guy and see what lies within the box. Okay, so the shrink wrap is off. Let's dive inside and see what lies within this box. The first true Battlefront release. Even Achilles was like half FFG, half Battlefront, so So there's nothing inside there. Let's put the box to one side and see what's inside. Here goes the sound on my camera. Okay, so hopefully my camera isn't making my voice sound robotic. And let's, after all, that sound meter thing. And this is the contents of the box. So first of all, let's have a look at the Walker chassis itself. Actually, you know what? I feel like zooming in. Let's zoom in and see what these are like. Okay, there we go. That's better. We've zoomed in. This is it's actually the first Dust unboxing on the channel in HD. So yeah, now we've got an HD camera. We can check out some details on this guy. So here you have the chassis, which is actually quite loosely put on. Normally these are a bit tougher to take off, but this is really loose, and it's very reminiscent of the older Schwer medium walkers, the Wotan, the Flammluther. The chassis reminds me strongly of that, but it's got this kind of a I can't remember the older walkers being able to do this. So it's got more joints. It's a slightly different pose, which is not really noticeable unless you are like a hardcore Dust player. But yeah, this guy, this is the chassis that you get. Pretty cool little chassis. As usual, painted up in the Axis grey primer, which you can spray primers over the top of. It's no problem. It's a really thin primer. A little decal on the front there that you can mask, or you can buy some decals from the studio and decal it up yourself. So yeah, this is the chassis of the Walker. Really detailed, really nice. Good old Dust Studio quality. And of course, if you want to glue this down, put a bit of super glue or 2-part epoxy or whatever you want, you know, plastic cement will do. And then, you know, glue it in. There's nothing on the underside. There's no hole on the underside, so it'll glue straight in, and you can glue it, or you can leave it posable if you want to. It is a bit looser though than the old chassis. Okay, let's see what the weapons are like. These are some long guns. I mean, this is the Jagdluther, and yeah, this does remind me of the Luther, the regular Luther's guns. Really long barreled guns. They have articulation, so you know you can pose them a little bit on the walker. As you can see, detail as always is pretty nice, pretty fine. These will be really fun to paint up in a desert scheme or in any other scheme. You know, yeah, it's a Babylon walker, but you can paint it up in a winter scheme if you want to. You know, the Jagdluther wasn't just used, as far as I know, in the Dust World. It wasn't used in just the Babylon campaign. Although obviously I have to wait for the Babylon PDF to see if that's true or not. But I don't think they were only used in the Babylon campaign. So yep, there's the other gun, really long gun. And finally you get the scope that goes on top, which is a little bit different now to the old scopes. It's a little bit different to the old, what were they called, the vampire scope, or whatever they call them. Don't really remember. Yeah, it's a bit different. I think it attaches a bit differently as well, or maybe it attaches the same way. I'm not really sure. But yeah, let's put the guns on. Show you what it looks like with the guns. Because hey, what is a walker in Dust without its guns? So let's put this on. Okay, now that is a really tight fit down there. I'd probably sand that down a little. That is a really tight fit. I don't want to push it in all the way because I don't want to break something on camera. Yeah, that's a tight fit. We've gone from the really loose chassis fit to the really tight fit of the guns inside. So I'd sand down the peg just a little bit, just to, you know, make it slightly easier to pop in and out. And let's put the gun in. Now this is the thing, I didn't really know where the gun goes. What does the box say about this? Okay, so there we have it, a kind of assembled walker. As I said, these are really tight fits, so I'm going to sand them down a bit so they pop in easier. And the gun, as you can see, goes on here, and it can kind of move up and down. What it is that you have two tiny little pegs on the sides. One on that side, you can probably see one on that side there, right there. And basically just ease it in on the bottom. You know, generally ease it into the underneath of the chassis, and it goes in there. So there you go, an Axis walker ready to kick butt in the Babylon campaign against the SSU and allied aggressors. Rawr. Now you might have noticed that I didn't show you any cards, and double checking the box, I can confirm that there's nothing else in the box, there's nothing else in the plastic. So the cards have actually not been included in this box, which is actually something that a couple of people I've seen have had a problem with. You know, there's no cards in their new Battlefront boxes. If this happens to you, then shoot an email to Battlefront. Go to, well, you have to go to the Flames of War site. But on the Flames of War site, you'll see contact details. Actually, you should have them on worldofdust.net, dust-tactics.com. You should be able to. You should find the contact details there. I'm going to have to do that myself because, yeah, there are no cards included with this box, and I really wanted to see Dust Warfare cards. But alas, no cards. But anyway, yeah, that is an unboxing, kind of, sort of, 90% unboxing of the new Jagdluther Heavy Panzer Walker 4A for the Axis. It's a nice little model actually. I do like this model, it's nice. And the stats, I've seen the stats online. You can go online to worldofdust.net and see the stats for it, and it's pretty brutal against walkers. Especially, it's like something like 9-1, 8-1 against Walker 3 and 4. Ugh. This is a walker killing machine, and it's not too bad against infantry either, at least in warfare. So yeah, that is an unboxing of the Walker. As always, if you like the video, hit like. If you disliked it, hit dislike. And be sure to subscribe so you get a ping from YouTube when new videos go up on the channel. So I think that's about it. Oh, and don't forget to visit unit4.com for Dust Warfare news and the occasional article as well. So yeah, that's it. I think that's all for this video. Until the next one, see ya.